Hi, everybody. Good to see you once again. Welcome to Ozarks Live. Cami Jenkins joining me today while Tom is out. How are you?
I'm excited to be here.
Good. I'm glad you're here.
Yes. So you were just telling me about a playlist, and I saw that, but I wasn't able to have time to click on it yet. What was that about?
Well, you know, we decided we wanted to kind of share some of the music we were listening to, some of the videos that we were watching, and we started yesterday with a Spotify playlist. And of course, you were on the Girlfriend Getaway last summer.
Yeah.
Did you make a playlist for the Girlfriend Getaway?
I didn't. Was I supposed to?
Well, you know what? I don't know if anybody did but me, honestly. We had talked about it, and we shared it with our viewers last year.
That's right. It's all coming. It's been a year, Joy.
It's been a year.
It's
been a year and then some, exactly. But I went ahead and shared my Girlfriend Getaway playlist from last year and got quite a bit of comments on it. I actually was in a store yesterday, had somebody comment on it after the show. But anyway, you'll have to share a playlist with us at some point. Maybe we'll share Cammie's playlist down the road.
That's a good idea. I mean, keep in mind, in this Girlfriend Getaway, we were on an RV, like, all the time. I mean, for a whole week.
A week.
And the 5 of us. And so, like, we were working on the live shots we were going to do, but then in the downtime, I mean, it was just, we were just being thrown into thing after thing after thing. It was so much fun. But the music, I remember that kind of being an uplifter because it was very exhausting.
It was exhausting, but you know, it was one of those things where you would play the music on the RV, but sometimes, as Tom and I talked about yesterday, you would put your earbuds in and escape in your own mind, sometimes with your own music. But at some point, because I know you work out, I know you ride long distances on your bike, I'm sure you listen to music.
I do a lot, and you know, I trade off between podcasts and music, and sometimes you want the upbeat to get you going, and sometimes you just want to breathe, so you want something slow. So I listen to a variety of music. It's pretty
What's your favorite, like, music genre? What do you like?
Rock and roll type, you know.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few new songs, but I'm an 80s girl. So, you know, a lot of the 80s music I just still listen to.
Well, I don't know how much you remember about my playlist, but you should check it out. I mean,
I will. Now, Tom has one too?
Tom has one too. And here's the thing. I was actually doing a little workout last night. I was going to listen to Tom's. There are some things on there that I know, and there are a couple of things on there that I'm like, what is he talking about?
I was wondering how different they would be.
Well,
you know,
we overlapped with one song.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was, wasn't it Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon, I think, which is such a fun and
Frank
happy.
Sinatra too.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I go back way back. I grew up on Elvis and Frank Sinatra as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love that song. It's a great song. But anyway, we'll have to build a playlist, or you'll have to build a playlist and come share it with us someday.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, it ended up being fun. I had a couple of people stop me literally last night and say, "Oh, I love that," and it's just interesting to see. So
it tells you a lot about a person.
It does.
What they listen to.
It does. It tells you that I'm scattered and all over the map, just like you
too.
always do.
Too.
All right, we have got a great show for you guys today. Of course, it is Tuesday, so our money man Bruce Porter is here for some dollars and cents.
Plus, Joy and I have some recipes up our sleeve to show you guys a bit later. I forgot my sleeves though today.
That's okay. Sleeves not necessary. We've got the recipes either way. Not to mention, it is also Tech Tuesday, so we're going to show you a really cool product called Ways In. Tom and I also got to go to the Hotel Vandevort to learn about what they offer during weddings. The entire package. It's unbelievable. They offer everything but the spouse. I promise you that.
Oh, wow. But of course, before we get to all of that, here's what's on the radar.
All right, this is really kind of out there, okay? This might take the cake for all-time stupidest Guinness World Record, all right? Which will be a record unto itself, I guess. Here goes. All right, a guy from Malaysia by the name of Ashrita Furman, who has over 600 world record titles to his name, decided to go for one more because, you know, why not,
600's
right?
not enough.
Well, with the assistance of his friend, Hamagni Baptista, he used a machete to chop his way through 50 watermelons in 60 seconds. Well, yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive, but not stupid, you say? Well, take a look at this. Here's where I'm going with this. The watermelons were on top of his head.
Oh, no.
This was enough for him to capture another record world title. Now, 2 questions. Question 1, who previously held the record? And why would it exist?
Why?
I don't get it. Here is a little background on Mr. Furman. Okay, he also holds the record for using a machete to hack through 26 watermelons in 1 minute on his own stomach.
I can't look at this. This is scaring me.
At least there's still photos and you're not having to see him actually like hack at himself.
Because he has to know exactly where to stop.
I would think, or he's got something under that shirt, or he really does have abs of steel and it's all just kind of bouncing off. Like, I don't really get it, but, you know, it's like Tom digs out the craziest sort of Guinness World Record things that he finds. I'll have to make sure and share that one with him.
This is why I like Tom. Yes,
I know.
He would like that.
Thinking outside the box, yeah.
Well, we're all familiar with the gondola, but beautiful boats with the gondoliers standing in the back, maneuvering the craft through the liquid avenues of Venice, Italy. For the first time, the number of people allowed into the boat has been reduced from 6 people to 5. Social distancing due to COVID-19? No. It's due to tourist weight. The decision was made in order to reduce the strain on the boatmen. It seems over the past 10 years or so, tourists weigh more, and there are times when the combined weight of the passengers can sometimes cause the gondolas to take on water.
Oh, no.
Not a good thing.
Oh.
The president of the Association of Gondoliers says, from some countries, it's like bombs landing on, and when the boat is fully loaded, the hull sinks and water enters.
Oh, no.
Going forward with over half a ton of meat on board is dangerous.
Half a ton of meat on board is so it's gone from 6 to 5.
That tells
so
you
I'm
a lot about our habits.
It's sad, but true. So I'm assuming that there were 3 couples potentially allowed on one gondola plus the gondolier?
Yeah.
Is that right? So now you can just only have 5 and then...
So a couple and a half, you got a third wheel there.
Wow. I have never been to Venice, but...
They mention certain countries. I'm like, what countries are those?
I just
Surely
wonder
not
what countries are
America.
having the problem. It couldn't be us,
Surely
right?
not.
All right, I got one more thing on my radar. Okay, remember the story I brought you last week about the mosaics?
Yes.
They're going
to. Wonderful.
Oh, this is amazing. They will adorn 2 alleyways on C Street, connecting the off-street parking with the local businesses. Well, here's an update.
It's going to be red and yellow a lot, and then we'll bring in the blues and greens back in here. So we're going to have subtle...
Today, mosaic artist Christine Schilling, you saw her right there, business owner Mary Colette and others were out planning, scoping out the alley, plotting out where these mosaics will fit the best to help tell the story of the Queen City and its history. This is so cool. These mosaics will celebrate the railroad, the local flavor of C Street in regard to the art, the nightlife, the music, the food, and it'll be loaded with other Missouri treasures, even some hidden gems that will celebrate the city. And as you mentioned, as Christine mentioned last week, there are even footprints so you can sort of hopscotch through the alley to and from C Street. Now, the city is going to get the parking lots up to speed first, okay? Then they're going to clear out the alley for Christine and her crew to come and lay each and every little piece. There's Mary's little dog. I love that little pup. It'll probably be finished in October, maybe even earlier. The one you're looking at here is across from the C Street Market Pavilion. The other one will go into the Dr. Tickle Alley, which is further west on the same side of the street as Lindbergh's, not far from Lindbergh's. But imagine each and every little piece of tile has to be laid just right. It's going to look so good when they get it finished.
Continue to keep us updated on this. This is a really neat project.
I will. It was fun to watch them sort of plot it out today, kind of changing their mind as they go. So it's just a really neat project.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, Bruce Porter's here for this week's Dollars and Cents discussion. You don't want to miss it.
You definitely don't want to go anywhere. Ozarks Live is just getting started.
Be right back.